I mean, this is my observation. You could tell me in your experience. A lot of the people that come to our massages in this day and age were relatively young, second generation here in the UK, and with some elder generation. But instead of isolating ourselves from our elder community, how do we, I feel, practically try to work with them so that we can increase our love? And because there are many people from our elder generation in their form of trying to protect us, sometimes they can get skeptical on El or Bed or the kinds of teachers who are coming here. How do we break down that misconception and work with them? What's your advice?
Inshallah, you're really trying to put me on the spot, aren't you?
Sorry.
Like, don't invite this guy back again. He deals with all the controversial questions. No, but it's really important as well. You know, I think that that the elders, first and foremost, there are elders, and Islam requires man lam yuwakkil kabirana wa la yarham saghirana. Not just what falaysa minna. It's a very serious thing. Whoever doesn't respect our elders or have mercy with the youth is not from us. It's a very serious statement. And the Prophet ﷺ wanted to convey by that you have to respect elders. You have to. And the place that I studied in Tarim, to the extent, because there's a hadith that says the right of the older brother over the younger brother is the right like the father over the son, is that whenever the younger brothers would come into the room, that they'd always go and they'd kiss the hand of the older brother out of adab and respect. And so that we have a hierarchy, that we put everything in its proper place. That your teachers, your elders, your older brothers and sisters, and people that are respected in the community, that you have to respect them. And you have to have adab with them. And at the same time, that we have to have a good, healthy interaction with them as well. And the uncles and our uncles and fathers that did all of the work that they've done, such that we can be benefiting from this masjid. What went in so that we can be sitting right now here, all discussing this masjid? How many people put forth their money? How many people put forth their work? The imam that came from so far, all the people that have taught him, everything that was done to have this masjid come right here. So we can come inside in the house, but we have to respect that. And to and work with our uncles and support them. And at the same time, what I've found is that a lot of the uncles' concerns are valid. That a lot of youth, when they're given free rein to do what they want to do, that it's a disaster. Such that a lot of the youth come back with very extreme tendencies, and some of them even go to the extent that they tell their parents that they have to renew their aqd because they're mushrikeen, and that you guys might laugh at that, but this is serious. This happens, and not too often. People go overseas to study and they come back and they learn a different type of Islam that is not traditional in any manner, and they come back and they show utter disrespect for their parents. And they cause a lot of problems in the message. So that once we understand that the uncle's concern is valid, that what it means then is that we have to work with them, and we have to gain their trust. And meaning that it really is two ways. At first, that in the process of gaining their trust, that we're going to have to go low. And we're going to have to show them that we support them in what they're doing. And once we gain their trust, then that we can reach a point where they realize that there's certain things that they have to let us do and give us room that we need to work with the people of our age group. Like for instance, this is a mixed room, but if I'm dealing with a group of converts, or if I'm dealing with people that are not fully practicing, there's ways of speaking and certain things that I might say that wouldn't be appropriate to say in front of a group of elders. And I need that room though if I'm going to affect those people. So there's certain things that we need to do in order to correctly deal with some of the issues of the youth, but it requires us having adab with the elders. And I can say honestly from the bounty of Allah that in where I'm from in California, that we have a very good relationship with a lot of the elders in the community, and we've earned their respect. And that we might do things that they're not customarily used to doing. For instance, a lot of the gatherings, there'll be women on one side and men on another with a divider in between. Because these same girls that are now listening to your talk, they're going to college and sitting next to non-Muslims, interacting with non-Muslims at their work. It's very regular for them. So that's an example of that. But as long as there's not any intermixing or talking, and there's no adab, no bad adab, then I think that that's something that we should be open to. And because out of that, there's other examples that you could mention as well. But what I found is that the elders want people to come to the mosque, and they themselves are wondering where are all the people coming to the mosque. And when they see that if you deal with youth in a certain way, they start coming, that they'll start letting you little by little open up their mosques and so forth to do that. So it's two ways. That you can't say that you're just going to do your own thing, nor, if we're going to correctly deal with a lot of the issues that we have to deal with in the future, can it just remain the way that it is. But we have to move slowly after gaining the respect of the elders and working with them, us respecting them, and them giving us the room that we need to have to work within. That I'm positive, and I haven't been in a situation, rarely been in a situation where it doesn't work. Yeah, but it requires, it's upon us, the onus is upon us first to have that habit and to be patient and work within that, and then the doors will open up, inshallah ta'ala.